Thanks for clicking on this episode. I'm Dani Walker, and today we're going to talk about what to do when your family or your friends don't support your dream. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure that you are subscribed and that you've hit that notifications bell so that you know when new episodes come out each week. If you followed my channel for a long time or followed it since the beginning of it even, first of all, thank you for doing that. It means everything to me. One of the things I haven't really dove into and shared about is what do you do when you lose that support of your family and friends? And that is something that I experienced in my own journey. And that's why today I'm just gonna dive into this and give you a little bit of advice from my personal experience. It took me 7 years to win the title of Miss Montana USA, and that was a dream that I held in my heart for a really long time. It doesn't matter what the dream is that you're going after, it does and it can affect you if you lose the support of your support system. And if you actually want to see my whole journey and see what that looked like, I actually have a playlist, and it's my Road to Miss Montana USA series and my Road to Miss USA series. So you guys can check that out if you want to see more about like what that journey actually looked like when I was coming across these obstacles and sort of how I was navigating that. To put things in a little bit more perspective for you, neither of my parents have a college degree, so it was a really big deal for them and for me to go to school, get my college education, which I did. And to them, it was important for me to get that 9-to-5 job. I have always had this entrepreneurial spirit within me. It was difficult for my family at the time to understand me, understand who I am, and to respect my choices when it comes to my lifestyle and business and the things that I pursue. As I was going after the title of Miss Montana USA, it sort of really made sense because I've always done things like that. I left a conventional job to start a YouTube channel, to build a coaching business, which I'm so proud to say that I actually was able to accomplish those goals because I had a plan to do so. And actually, if you want to hear more about business stuff, you should check out my Instagram account because I talk a little bit more about that there. So as I said, it made a lot of sense for me to be going after this crazy goal because that's the person that I've always been, is sort of doing things to break a stereotype or things that kind of go against the grain a little bit. And as I was going after this goal though, I was really believing in that dream because I could see my improvement. I could see that whether that meant I was placing higher or my walk was getting better or I was becoming more confident in an interview, I could see all of those things. But my friends and family weren't seeing those things. Like they weren't experiencing the changes that I was feeling. And I want to be clear when I say that I truly believe that my dream of becoming Miss Montana USA was a realistic goal. When it comes to pursuing your goals, I think you should have this mixture of risk-taking, but also being realistic. So I think it was realistic because I was planning and I was progressing and I was taking the steps that I needed to achieve that goal. And I think that's the difference between realistic and unrealistic dreams. You know, if you're just going to be sitting around and doing nothing and just talking about your dreams all day, and if you're not actually progressing, then that to me is unrealistic. But if you are putting your all in and if you are working and making these changes that need to be made in order to achieve that goal, then I think that it is a realistic dream. And if you understand that and if you get me and if you feel that, just give me a thumbs up on this episode because I feel like that is the thing that separates these unrealistic dreams versus dreams that you can totally accomplish even if the odds are against you. So along the way, I lost a lot of support from friends and family members, and I feel like one huge thing for me that really made a big difference is when I decided to share my journey and create the Road to Miss Montana USA because I did connect so much with this international community of people who were giving me some extra encouragement. So when I say that it means so much to me to have the support of my subscribers, it really does, because that support was something that I just wasn't getting from what should have been my support system. A lot of hurtful things were said to me, which maybe you can relate to. I was told that my dreams were unrealistic, which I refuse to believe. I was told that pageants were stupid. I was told that nothing that I was doing or pursuing is real or realistic. And I was also, I'll never forget, and I don't want to call anybody out, but I just remember hearing, well, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe maybe this just won't work out for you. Maybe it's just never meant to be for you. And also things like, well, don't ask for my help if you need anything, because, I don't support this. So those were some really difficult things for me to hear. And I'm sure that you've heard some things like that along your journey if you have one of those, unrealistic dreams or unrealistic goals. So what do you do in that scenario? And what I realized is this, and I think this is true for any industry, any dream, doesn't matter what it is, whether we're talking about pageants, whether we're talking about sports, whether we're talking about entertainment, or if we're talking about the corporate world. There are people who have been successful in all of these fields, and some of them have had a great support system. Some of them have had these awesome families. Some of them are coming from these great home lives where you got your mom and your dad and the four-person family, and just these picturesque family backgrounds, right? And then you have these other people who've achieved success and they're the exact opposite. They weren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They maybe came from a single parent home. Maybe they didn't get their college degree, whatever it is, and they still were able to succeed. And that really spoke to me because it made me realize that your friends and your family and all of these people, although it might be great to have their support, and maybe it can help you and encourage you when you need it, but it's not necessary, because there are people out there who are achieving the same great things that you want to achieve. And they don't come from a perfect background, and they don't come from a life where they've had everything handed to them, and they've still been able to achieve these dreams. And when I understood that, and when I had that realization, I was like, this dream is mine, and it is my own. And nobody else has to believe it. And I don't have to prove anyone wrong, but I want this for me. This is my dream, and it's my life. And I'm not gonna let other people's opinions stop me from doing something that has nothing to do with them. So that's what I want all of you out there to realize, because I get this question a lot. What do I do when my parents don't support me? What do I do when they don't think that pageants are good, or whatever it is? It doesn't even matter what dream it is. What do I do? You keep going. Now, if you are underage and if you're relying on your parents during this time, then you might have to wait to pursue certain goals. But as soon as you're 18, as soon as you become that adult, there's no more excuse. If you've had a goal for a really long time and you were underage, that's even time to be finding jobs and saving up money and figuring out and planning, how in the world am I gonna support myself the second that I turn 18 to accomplish this goal? That might be something that you have to do, and that's okay. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's always worth it. That's something that I realized from my time competing in pageants, because I competed with women from all different backgrounds. And the thing is, we were all so different, but we all finally made it to that Miss USA stage. And it didn't matter what happened before. All that mattered was that we got there, that we were able to live out that dream. I don't know if you're the person who needs to hear this message or someone you know, but if it's someone you know, please share this episode with them, because I truly believe it's important for people to go after their dreams and go after their passions, because people who love what they do are happier in life. I believe that. And when we love what we do, we're renewed every single day. We're excited to show up. We're excited to share our gifts with the world. And what does that mean? We do better work. And in turn, what? That benefits everyone else. That benefits the people that we are serving. So it serves you, wherever you are, to go after what that dream is, and to realize that once you become that adult, your family and your friends are not an excuse for you not going after that dream. Do it for you. You don't need their support to be successful. It's nice when you have those things. I would have loved that. I remember going to pageants very vividly, and I remember it didn't always hurt so bad to lose, but what really affected me was looking out in the audience and seeing these big support groups for other contestants and people cheering for them and making signs and being there just to show up, to show that they cared. And I didn't have that. When I won Miss Montana USA, my parents weren't there. Mom and dad didn't show up, And that's something that, yes, I experienced. Would I have liked it to go a different way? Of course, but that's what it is. And regardless of that, I still took home that title. And I'm still gonna continue to pursue my dreams, regardless of if my parents or my family or my friends believe in those dreams or support those dreams. And that's something that I really want to get across with my channel, and I hope that that's something that you kind of have taken away already. So that is what I wanted to share with you. If you're in that position of wondering, what in the world am I gonna do without their support? You're gonna go after it anyways, and you're gonna do it. And it's not even about proving people wrong. It's just about living the life that you were born to live, the life that you deserve, and living out your purpose. If you know someone who needs to hear this message and needs to watch this episode, then please do me a favor, show your support of this channel by just screenshotting this episode, post it to an Instagram story, and then tag me and hashtag me at Dani Walker so I can see it and so I can repost it with my friends, but really so that whoever needs to hear this message is going to be able to receive it. So that's what I really wanted to share with you today, and I appreciate you for clicking this episode. It's a little bit different from episodes that I normally do, but like I said, I think it's a really important message. So if you want to hear more stuff like this on my channel, then comment below. Let me know what you want to hear. I want to hear your requests. I'm always listening, and a lot of your guys' comments and DMs and message, they do really inspire the episodes that you see on this channel, and I want to be able to deliver what's going to serve you. So thank you for watching this one. Please subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Follow me on social media at Dani Walker. And if you are prepping for your next pageant and you need a little bit of help, then click the description below and check out my free pageant prep crash course, and it's going to have tons of information to help you prepare and organize your preparation process for your next competition. So be sure to take advantage of that. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and never forget to love one another.